Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
5-yard line.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season, operates in the slot and outside, and is tough as any receiver in the NFL.
And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Henry. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Play action. Now it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Geis. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua eluding the pressure right. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. This is Geis. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On play action, here's Tua. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 14-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one?
7. Seahawks 3. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Wilson gets rid of it quickly, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flushed out right. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes...
It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 70 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Geis, they'll try to run it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Tua sets up to pass it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and
now Tua. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will knot us up at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fighting his way through contact. And now running right through it. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 41-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Geis on the counter. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
6 at the 23-yard line.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Antonio Callaway. Incomplete. Brings up.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Touchdown, defense.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Intended for Lynn Bowden. Incomplete.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out.
A 40-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended. Maybe
Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the second half with a run by Geis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
4 yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
On first down, this is Geis. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Stop your whining. 555.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. Well, they get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Let's go, deep tight.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
10-10 at their own 13-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. First down carry for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
26-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the gun, it's Tua. That's taken in by Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We're up 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Geis. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Here he is. 31 yards there and a 1st down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Tua with a throw complete to Parker. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
The 30-yard line.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
On the tackle.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Shaquille Griffin on the tackle. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
13.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And they'll get this down to the 10. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a run with Geis. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 11-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On the ground, it's Geis. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Tua. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Sheds off the tackle, and he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Seahawks.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson out to the right. He gets it to Lockett.
Wilson's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
He's across
a 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A gain of 3 on the
But
play.
they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Whoa! Let's get it.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
18-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the Dolphins,
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Myers' kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Tua on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Turnover on downs.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings.